Thank you, Anna. Well, look at this. This is amazing, isn't it? It's so great to see you lovely people. I feel like this is so amazing. Like last night, to be honest, I couldn't sleep. I was so excited about today. And my daughter also woke up at 5:30. She's got a trip at a local park, so we're both excited at 5:30 in the morning, driving my wife crazy. We just wanted to sleep. But it is amazing, and I've got that feeling, a little bit of the feeling I had on my wedding day, to be honest, because there's different people from different areas of life here. You know, your wedding day, you've got family, you've got your parents, you've got your sister, your siblings, your cousins, work people. If you're anything like me, someone you met randomly 2 weeks ago and just invite them along. Everyone is here, and it's amazing. My wife is here, but don't worry, we're not renewing our vows today. That's not why you're here. We won't be doing that. You're not here under false pretenses. You're actually here for an award ceremony. And I want to really focus on everyone in the room because for me, this is amazing. There are so many people here who are doing work to support working dads in your own way. You might be a coach, an HR lead, an employer network lead. I know a lot of you, you're doing amazing things. And it's the people in this room that are going to lead us to the future. And for me, the future is a place where being a dad at work is synonymous with empathy, with inclusive leadership, with caregiving. And I know so many dads now that aren't happy with 2 weeks paternity leave. They're not happy working in a place that doesn't offer them the flexibility to be at home and caregiving with their children. They're not happy to be in a workplace where they can't parent out loud. In my work in music, football, fatherhood, we're very lucky to do loads of events, in-person events, online events, and we speak to loads of different dads. And in workplaces as well, with workshops and stuff I do in workplaces. And a dad the other day told me that he was advised not to take the full 2 weeks paternity leave. The full 2 weeks paternity leave. Can you believe it? Another dad I spoke to at a panel event a couple of years ago, he said that he didn't know his children before the pandemic. Now I'm sure he can name them in a lineup, like that's Billy over there, I'm sure he could do that. But he didn't know that he didn't know them properly. Because he was working away all the time and seeing them at the weekends, and now he's seen differently. I spoke to a dad who's an older dad, who wished that this conversation was happening 20, 30 years ago, because he felt like he missed out on childhood and now there's a distance between him and his older children. And when we look at this work, we have to think about intersectionality. You might have seen the Business in the Community report that came out in the Times yesterday. It noted that if you're from a Black, Asian, or multi-ethnic background, caregiving is even more of a barrier to progression. Likelihood because of the lack of, overrepresentation in front-facing roles, lack of flexible working opportunities. Social class is an issue here we have to look at. Solo parents is an issue we need to look at. And parents with children with disabilities or neurodiversity. As Andrew said, when I came into this role, the reason I'm so passionate about my job is that when our daughter was born, it was a terrible time. Her entry into the world was difficult. And that first 18 months of my life was so hard. And even though I didn't feel like I could go and talk about it at work, I was lucky to work in a place where I could work flexibly. I changed my working pattern 3 times in that first year. And that was a lifesaver, literally. It allowed me to be at home to support my wife. It allowed me to take care of myself a bit better. It allowed me to build an unbreakable bond with my daughter. And that's why I think it's so important that we're here. These organizations, the work they're doing, they're being proactive. They are really changing lives. I want us to really focus on that today, the human element. This is real lives, real parents, real families that this work is impacting. And it's been a pleasure to work alongside Sarah and Holly at the University of Birmingham. We make a great team, and Sam as well from the MFF team. Us 4 have been instrumental in this, and I want to thank you 3 so much. You've been great team. And amazing partners as well. I've got a list here, because we have 8, so I don't forget any. The CBI, Fatherhood Institute, Future Men, Working Families, Business in the Community, Women's Medical Federation, Pregnant and Screwed, and Global Equality Collective. Can we give them a round of applause, please? We weren't sure when we initially asked partners to get involved. We weren't sure if we were going to get no response or blank emails back. Everyone said yes. And I want to thank your partners so much for the work you have done to make these awards possible. So please enjoy yourselves. We're here to celebrate. We're here to have a good time. Please meet each other. There's some amazing people in the room. And enjoy the rest of the program. I'm going to hand you